Let's take a moment and talk about mail-in ballots. What you may or may not know is that the U.S. Supreme Court recently ruled that an Illinois congressman has legal standing to challenge the state mail-in ballot law, which allows ballots postmarked by Election Day to be counted if they arrive afterward. This ruling does not overturn the law itself, but it does reopen the door for nationwide challenges when it comes to mail-in ballots. As we look further into mail-in voting, it's important to remember that some states have already changed their rules. Take Ohio, for example. Ohio Governor Mike DeWine signed a law ending the state's 4-day mail-in ballot grace period, meaning ballots must now be physically received by Election Day in order to count. On top of that, we can't ignore what the U.S. Postal Service issued in December. The Postal Service clarified that due to operational challenges, mail is no longer guaranteed to be postmarked on the day it's dropped off. Instead, postmarks reflect when mail is actually processed at postal facilities, which can take several days. When these developments are viewed together, courts reopening challenges, states limiting grace periods, and postal rules acknowledging unavoidable delays, the result is a voting system where mail-in ballots remain technically legal, but increasingly difficult to use safely. The risk of disqualification shifts almost entirely onto voters, while the systems controlling delays and verification remain outside their control. What appears to be emerging is probably not an outright ban, but something more subtle, a structure where mail-in voting exists in name while the conditions around it make participation increasingly precarious. Today's sources come from Supreme Court allows challenge to Illinois' mail-in ballot, The Washington Post. Ohio ends post-election day mail-in ballot grace period, signalohio.org. Post Service warns mail not be postmarked the day it is dropped off, CNN.com. Thank you for listening. Until next time, bye-bye for now.